How you all doing? It's UK Field Ninja back again. So, a couple of weeks into this season, hey? And it's quite a nice day. Come out for a bit of a walk and have a bit of a chat about some bits and pieces, what's going on and all the rest of it. So we've started popping beans and we've done 45 and only, well, pretty much the Gen 3s have popped. The other ones I haven't looked at them yet since putting them back in the bag and sticking them back in the cupboard, but I think it was kind of a bit more to do with how I'd packed all the seeds in, and the warmest spot obviously was the one where those seeds germinated, and not the rest. There was a couple in there that had split the case, but nothing more than that. So anyway, the question marks on those seeds, some of you might have been wondering what they are. Who knows whether or not anyone cares. So anyway, I'll tell you what those seeds are. So those ones there, one of my family members went on like a trekking holiday in the Himalayan mountains in Nepal, and luckily for me, the time that she went just so happened to be harvest time in that area. So those are officially 100% landrace seeds, hand-picked by someone who I can verify as being landrace seeds from Nepal, up in the Himalayan mountains. And what she told me when she picked them is that basically how the plants grow in the mountains is in like really quite distinctive altitude layers. So right at the base is different plants, then grow in the middle, that grow 2/3 down, they grow up at the top, and there's distinct zones where none of the plants grow, and it's quite evident from what she saw there. So yeah, very happy that she managed to get those seeds back to me. And yeah, because you can never really know what you're buying is actually what they're selling until you've actually grown it and seen for yourself. So yeah, those are hand-picked landrace strain, pure genetics, straight out of the Himalayas, 100% verified. So good times with that. So hopefully those genetics in there will be pretty damn strong. She said it was from like a pretty big, quite a nice looking plant that stood out to her, and so we'll see what they grow into and whether they can even survive, because obviously being landrace, they grow there in the wild, so growing here is going to be a massive shock to them. However, we have progress. We have made progress, which I'm very, very happy about. Can't even explain how happy I am about this. So some of the things that you haven't seen are, ironically, the things I haven't shown you. So I have stuff going on in the background which I don't really show, as to trials and things that I'm doing with this plant, and we have success. I planted more than 100, way more than 100, made like 150 odd plants. And what I did is I got these little sacks, those little white like tea bag looking sack things that the little propagators now are holding, and I filled them up with some soil, whacked them into one of those shopping pallet things that I had, that I bought last year, and left them outside. I put the seeds in and just left it. And I came out today and I got about 30 sprouts. They've all germinated completely out on their own, with nothing done by me other than putting the seeds straight in the dirt. So that pack is just going to get left, and I'm going to pick out the strongest out of that pack, and those pack are going to be my seed plants. And I'm going to do all the seed planting this year out in the back garden. So all the back garden plants are going to be straight up seeds. Everything out in the wild is going to be female only for my season's crop. So yeah, very happy about that. It's good times. Very, very good times. So anyway, I'll give you a quick little look at that, so you can see what that looks like. Right, so yeah, I had to move quite a way away because a whole bunch of people are out and about. It's quite a nice day. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna smoke up some of the herb that I grew from last year, which is the whole reason why we do this. So we have some smoke. So if I don't grow, I don't smoke. And yeah, I don't really fancy buying any crap from the street, because to be fair, nefarious people making money out of that shit. Lots of nefarious people making money out of that shit, for sure. So, in 2 seconds and try and light this up. It's good. It's good. Right, so since last time I came out, as you might start to notice, this is all starting to build up now. So all the stinging nettles, getting a little bit, just a little bit, just kind of right there. There's all the shoots starting to come out of the hawthorn, and up on the trees, it's all starting to come out. So it's getting closer. It's not quite there just yet. I just don't have the cover. I need to get in and out of where my patches are, because like I was saying last time, if you get seen around your patch and you get seen again, and the more you get seen, the more suspicious people will become that you're up to something. Don't ever underestimate the curiosity of another human being, because for real, if they see you up in an area, they're going to have a little wander up there, and then you're done. And here's another problem that you have. Once your garden is found, it's found. Don't think that the person's not going to come back next year, or the year after, or the year after. They'll know that there was a grow site there once. They'll keep coming back. So you just want to be mindful of that, because any work you put into an area, once it's done, it's done. Like what happened to me the first year that I started growing. That patch where those plants got stolen from, I had cut fucking trees out, stinging nettles, brambles, all sorts of painful, horrible shit I dug out of there. It took a long time and a lot of effort. And I had 2 patches up there. Done. It's gone. That's it. Can't go back there. So yeah, whatever. So, we carry on. Wait for this to grow up. I mean, to be fair, plant seeding aren't even ready to even go there, so no rush. It's not about laziness or anything like that. So, anyway, obviously, had a few people ask questions about, oh, how do you know that these are male and how do you know that these are female, like, kind of situation. Hey man, like, listen, you can have fucking arguments about soil, you can have arguments about pH levels, you can have arguments about any single individual thing. Like, this is not unique to just this plant, this is unique to the horticultural world. Like, you want to go and talk to people who grow lilies. Do you know what I mean? People who grow tomatoes, they will tell you, unless you do it this way, unless you do it that way, it's not going to be perfect. And they just have ranting arguments with each other. So I'm not involving myself in that. Find it your own way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got the whole internet and books and libraries to go and check that stuff out if you wanna pay attention and you wanna learn some stuff. Like, it's not gonna get spoon fed to you. So anyway, how can you sex seeds? You can sex the seeds, because the seeds, if you have enough of them, have two very distinct shapes. And the problem is that most people will be buying seeds from seed banks. So you get in a pack of 10 feminized, you get a pack of 12 regular. It's not enough seeds. You need more. You need like a handful of seeds. So you have like lots to compare with each other. Once you've got enough seeds to compare with each other, and you sit there and you're patient and you look at the seeds, you just keep looking at them. It's boring, man. Just trust me, it is boring and it's painful. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. The seeds are very small, and you can't just hold them in your fingers like this, because you can't spin the seed around to get a good look. So you need tweezers. But the outer coating on the seed is very slippery. So unless you've got some like soft rubbery tweezers that aren't going to smash up the seed if you squeeze it too hard, but is going to grip onto it just enough not to break it, then you can kind of spin the seed around. But the next thing you're going to need is a magnifying glass. So you're going to have two hands, one with the seed with the tweezers in, trying not to get the little fucking slippery bastard to pop out all over the shop, as well as trying to study it under a magnifying glass. But once you've done that, once you've figured it out and you've seen, oh yeah, I can clearly see there's two distinct patterns here. There's one that looks like a rugby ball, and there's one that looks like a rugby ball which has its top cut off, kind of a bit diamond-like shape. The diamond-like shaped ones, they're males. The rugby ball ones, they're females. Now, I'm sure quite a lot of you have got feminized seeds. Feminized seeds there. Now, it depends on how they've been feminized. If they've been feminized chemically, so you're using colloidal silver, so silver liquid, silver diluted into water, you can feminize the seeds that way. Fuck the genetics. Like, you're doing something completely against nature, so you're going to fuck the genetics by doing that straight up. Second way is hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites being a female, which produces female pollen. The female pollen pollinates its female flowers, and it becomes feminized from female seeds. Now, those ones you can see, because when you look at the seeds, they all look the same, they look uniform, aside from ones that are underdeveloped. So once you've had a look at them, and you've got just decent seeds, not been fucked with, just grown in nature, and you observe them, you'll see. And once you see it, you'll see it. Like, it's not 100% foolproof. Nothing is 100% foolproof. Do you know what I mean? Like, because some of the seeds haven't developed quite enough, or they are just kind of in between. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be hermaphrodites because they look like that, or it doesn't mean that they're male, or that doesn't mean they're female. It just means that it's not easy to determine what it is just by looking at it. It's not that simple compared to a properly developed seed. So they kind of go into the mix of, well, it's 50-50 anyway, so you'll probably end up just like when they sell them on the seed banks. It's 99.999%. Do you know what I mean? It's because they've sat there, or someone sat there and observed those seeds, and I've come to the conclusion that must be why they cost so much. Because, mate, to divide up all the seeds that I've divided up, it's taken hours. There's a lot of eye strain, a lot of swearing, because the seeds just pop out all over the shop. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can sex the seeds, believe it or not. Irrespective, it can be done. It's not determined by anything other than being born male, born female, and that's done in the seed stage, because that's when it's determined as it's growing. So yeah. The plans for this year. So last year I tried to do as many plants as I could, irrespective of how strong the strain, how strong the little sprouts were. Didn't matter, they're all going out, 100 plants. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. That was a complete waste of time, and kind of screwed everything up. So yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're going to do this time, I'm going to plant up a lot of seeds. 2 seconds. Going up. So plant up a lot of seeds, and then we are going to only take the best. So I got all that row of males. For the males in particular, I want 3 properly nice males, and I'm going to let them grow all the way through. and show you what males look like when they are grown, just like watching the flowers grow, if you will. So I need 3 really strong males. So whatever's the best that comes out of that is going to breed with the strongest females. So I'm going to be taking, basically, I'm going to be mixing them all up together. So you're going to have the males, so 3 separate genetics of males, 3 separate genetics of females, and then my autoflowers, the blue cheese that Green Valley Bud sent me. And then I've got a couple of other seeds that were from last season that I'm going to just grow and see what happens with them, because autos I can kind of get 2 lots in, because I believe that these are about 3 to 4 months, so I've got that time, so staggered grow, get 2 harvests of autos, just like would happen in nature. Yeah, so then out in the plots, out in the wild outside in the actual grow, I'm going to only put like strong surviving plants. I've already kind of explained how I'm going to set up the ground and all the rest of it, but you'll see in time when it gets to that stage and it's not there yet. Like, you know, there's no cover. If I go in those woods up there, I'll see all the way straight through the woods because none of the crap's grown up. So yeah, carry on, and yeah. So hopefully everything goes all right for everyone else. I've seen a couple of pretty crazy grows, or setups of crazy grows. If you want to check those ones out, there's a guy called UK Outdoor Warrior, or Outdoor Warrior UK. I can't remember which way around it is. He calls his sites after Red Dwarf, which I think is quite funny. I quite like that. Makes me laugh. Not a massive Red Dwarf fan, but I've seen them all. And yeah, so I do quite like Red Dwarf. He's quite funny. So yeah, check him out if you want. He's got quite a crazy ass plot going on. I mean, like, it's pretty huge. It's lucky to have found that site. I mean, I don't do envy and jealousy and all the rest of it, but it's a nice site. So well done for finding that one. And then you have Green Valley Buds as well, who's got a couple of guys with him to assist him, and his plot looks ginormous. So I'm looking forward to seeing those jungles come up. I mean, I don't need to go anywhere near what these two guys are doing. I'm not trying to grow commercially or anything like that. If I ended up with 2 kg, do you know what I mean? I'm like, what am I going to do with this? It's too much. I don't sell. I give it away sometimes to certain individuals that I know personally. So none of this goes to sell, so it's kind of a bit like an over-exaggerated grow. So I'm only going to grow 30 plants, and I'm going to try and make those 30 plants nice crops, and then obviously continue with the seed development. So yeah, if you've managed to get this far and you're watching it to here, enough respect to you. What's happened since last year is I've acquired quite a lot more subscribers. So if you are new to this channel, and maybe wondering what the hell is going on, I'm not, how can I put it, I don't grow seed bank seeds, so you're not going to see me growing Kushes and Hazes and Gelatos and all the rest of the fancy names. That's not what I'm about here. This is about project that I'm doing. The seeds that I selected to start, I did a hell of a lot of research into various different strains and types. I found this guy, Hybrids from Hell. Read through all of his things, his descriptions of his plants, the latitudes and longitudes to which they can grow at, Then I couldn't find anything on YouTube basically about it, so I had to go off the testimonies that are on his website and research that I'd done previously before, and it's worked out perfectly fine. It's worked out exactly as I wanted. They grow here, and that's what I want. And I'm acclimatising seeds. So my strain, or the plants that I'm growing, you can't get them anywhere else. They're mine. This is it. Once the project's over and we've achieved the end goal, where I can throw seeds out and they'll just grow. That's what I mean about the seeds in the back garden, and the success is they've done that on their own outside, which is one step closer. So if they can survive to the end of the year, and they can seed each other and generate seeds, then we're nearly there. We're nearly there after 3 years. So so with the 4th and 5th year, we should be at that stage. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes on. Further to that, so I mean, I'm not seeking fame and fortune, man. I don't care how many subscribers I have, I don't care how many subscribers I lose. This straight up documenting. If you want to watch, watch. If you don't, don't. Don't matter to me. But yeah. So guys, until next time, it's UKFN Ninja. See you all later.